Alright, I'm going to attempt to film myself doing the lab, except I'm not going to actually put any of the ingredients into the buffer, or into the solutions, because I don't want to waste any ingredients. Can things be seen? Sure. Okay, so first, using a 250 milliliter flask, I'm going to place it on the scale. The scale isn't on right now, but I'm going to measure out 0.23 grams of the agarose using a scupula. This scale only measures to 1 decimal point, so it's going to go 0.2 grams of this instead of 0.23 grams, and I'm going to scoop it directly into my flask until it reads 0.2 on the scale. Close that up. Once that's done, I'm going to use my graduated cylinder, the 10 milliliter one, to measure out 0.6, I believe it is, 0.6 milliliters of concentrated buffer solution. So this will be on the materials, both of these will be at the materials table along with the scale. I'm going to pour out into here 0.6 milliliters. 0.6 is quite small, so it'll be just below the 1 mil mark, so around here. And I'm going to pour that into my flask. Again, I'm not pouring these out right now because I don't want to waste materials. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 30 milliliters, or it'll actually be 29.6 milliliters of distilled water into a graduated cylinder. This one's the big version, kind of hard to tell. So this is the small one, this is the big one. So about 29 milliliters in here, which I actually will pour out because I'll show you how the gel goes on into the bed. Okay, perfect. We're right at 29 milliliters there, which maybe you can't tell, but it's just below the 30 mark there. I'm going to pour that into my flask, and I mean, it's just water in here right now. I didn't put any of the gel in it, or the agarose in it, so it will look a little bit cloudy. You'll still see the agarose not dissolved in here, so it needs to go into the microwave for 30 seconds, stop, 30 seconds. So into the microwave, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. It will be incredibly hot, so you'll need to use a oven mitt to get it out. Next, you're going to take a thermometer, and the thermometer is going to go in the flask for, I don't know, a little bit of time. It should read 60 before it's ready to go and be poured into the gel bed. So before I get to that, I want to talk about the gel beds. These are 2 of the possible gel beds that you'll be given. So this gel bed is slightly longer, slightly bigger. It is using tape as a dam. This one's a little bit broken, so just be gentle with it. You can see the crack in the middle here. So if you get this one, just be a little gentle. It still works just fine. This here is a comb, and the comb is to be inserted into the bed. These have like little divots on the side here. You can see them better on this side. And the divot, or the comb, is going to go right into the divot, and it should be placed just like that. So that is the comb on this one, and that's the like longer gel bed. Let me move that out of the way. This is the other gel bed. It's slightly smaller, and it uses, let me take the comb out for a sec. It's using these dams on either side to hold the gel in place once it's poured. So those are just little rubber dams. Push that back in place. Okay. All right, so comb goes in. You make sure that the comb is on the negative side of the gel, or the negative side of the bed. This one doesn't have a specific negative or positive side. It's not labeled, but this one does. So this one, I don't know if you'll be able to tell. but at this end there's a little negative sign, and at this end there's a positive sign, so you can't really tell. But in any case, the comb is going to go on the negative side. So there it goes into the bed. All right, so the next step, once our gel bed is created, is to pour the gel bed. But before we can do that, I also want to say that while this is cooling, you can create your buffer, which is going to be in a bigger volumetric, a different flask. It's going to look like this. A 500 milliliter one. The other one is 250 milliliters, so it's just slightly bigger. I'm not going to show that being made because I don't want to waste any materials. But okay, so let's say our gel has cooled down by now. The first step in creating the gel bed, no matter if you have this kind that's taped at either end or if you have the dam, is you have to, let me find a pipette for it. There's one of these disposable pipettes, and the pipette, what you're going to do, this is going to be warm, but you're going to pick up some of the solution, some of the gel. Oh, I didn't pick up any of it. Oh, yes, I did. Okay. So you're going to pick up some of the gel, and then in order to make a seal, actually we don't even need the comb in right now, but in order to make a seal on either the dams or on the tape, is you're just going to add your gel along the edge of here. If I do it, this is literally just water, so it's not going to pour correctly, but I'm going to just, I can put it in and show you what I mean. So if I just move my camera down a bit, if I place this down, the gel, which is actually just water right now, has been placed all along the side here. So just add your water, or sorry, add your gel to make that seal there. You can't really see, there we go. You can see how there's sort of this like liquid all along here. That'll be gel, and that's going to keep it in place. Once that's done drying, and once your gel has reached 60 degrees, insert your comb, and then you can pour your gel into the gel bed. There we go. And so it takes about 20 minutes for it to dry, and in that time you're going to finish making that buffer solution. The buffer solution is, again, in that 500 milliliter flask, not the 200 milliliter flask, a new 500 milliliter flask. And that is it. So that's how you create the gel bed. Once the gel bed is finished setting, so 20 minutes from now, I'm going to move this over because it's full of water. Once that's finished setting, you're going to carefully remove the comb from the gel, and then you're going to carefully remove the dams or the tape, depending on which type you have. So that'll come off either side. And then you're going to place this bed into the electrophoresis chamber. This is what the electrophoresis chamber looks like. If you've paid any attention to me in class checking on it, you've seen this before. That's what the electrophoresis chamber looks like. You're going to take your gel still in the tray, and you're going to gently place it, I have only one hand right now, gently place it into the bottom, and then your buffer will be poured over top of that. And when you put it in, make sure that the wells that are made with the, make sure that the wells that are made with the comb are going to be at the negative end. So that's over here, black is negative, red is positive. So make sure that the holes that you've made go at the negative end of the gel, otherwise it's not going to work, or the negative end of the chamber, otherwise it's not going to work. Yeah, I think that should help many people with the pre-lab quiz. I'm sorry that this video is kind of janky, to say the least, but I did the best that I could. So if you have any questions, let me know. You can email me. That's it. Like and subscribe.